back. I got Big Dak with me. I got Lon Juan, and I got Freak. Today's topic is child support. This need to be addressed. This mafia they got going on, this extortion, this satanic ritual they got going on. We need to address this bullshit right now. Anybody want to go first? Okay, fuck it, I'll go first. My situation in child support is like, the bitch, I mean, she want me to pay child support. And if I don't pay, she don't let me see my sons. I've been going through this shit for like, since like 2009. Like, she basically is extorting me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't pay, you know what I'm saying? Like, before all this, you know, I used to be a criminal, so I always had a warrant. You don't even get it all though, do you? Who? On the child support? They get it all. No, they don't get it all. I don't know what they get, you know what I'm saying?
They one of the biggest crooks in the world right now.
Man, they scheming off the top and the bottom. Shit, so yeah, like it's just a big mess. Like, you know, they got me paying $300 a month. You know, I was homeless. I've been paying $300 a month, and I was homeless for the longest. Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a job. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't make her bring them to see me. You know what I'm saying? But it's different, like motions. Like right now, I got my life straightened up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not a criminal no more, you know what I'm saying? So now I can go down there and talk to them that satanic ritual they got going on there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real bad, man. It's a lot of people that's paying a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, don't even have a job. And it's a lot of people that need to be on child support. Don't get me wrong.
Bro. Yeah. And the sad thing about this, right? You said you was homeless and all this, right? Right. So if you can't afford to take care of your child, you go to jail. But if she can't afford to take care of the child, she get assistance. Right. It don't add up.
See, my thing was, I always had resources. You know what I'm saying? You know, they could always, my mom for years kept Christmas gifts, coats. She had coats since they was little all the way until they got big, until she just stopped like a couple years ago when she stopped celebrating Christmas. But like she won't even let my mom see him. That's the thing. Like I ain't never let my mom. We ain't never did nothing to her. She just a sick individual. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of females, like when I got her pregnant, I was at the top of my game. You know what I'm saying? Niggas thought I was going to the league. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like she was just like, okay, I'm about to have a baby by this nigga and put him on child support. Then, you know, by me not having a dad around, I started messing with her on the for real. Right. And then started having more babies. And then make it feel bad. Like, we got married. Then I married her, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to show my sons, you know, a good example. You know, married, you know, I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to show them a good example. And then she took me off. And then once we got divorced, she put me back on. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, you know, you playing with the system. Games. Yeah, a lot of people need to be on child support. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people misusing it. I think most people misusing it.
That's the biggest thing. It's so much misuse. You know what I'm saying? They're misusing it so much that it get lost on the intentions that it's really for. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a lot of females who will go out there and say, well, I'm a single parent. I'm doing all this on my own. I'm doing all this. You don't even
half what it is.
But, yeah, because you know what I'm saying? You still, you got him on child support, but you still calling him, you know what I'm saying, telling him you need him to do this, and that. You know what I'm saying? But you're not taking into consideration of what he got going on.
Right. I think it's a me thing.
I think child support ultimately was not well thought out. I think more so it probably was meant for the wealthy men who was leaving their wives back in the day and divorcing and starting new families. Right. And to me, it seemed like it just morphed into something that they figured out would work in destruction of homes. Right. Because you got to look at it. You take power away from one parent, and then you give all the power to one parent, and then you still expect that other parent to provide and be a powerful influence for that child, but I'm stripped. Right. So basically, I'm not me. I'm a shell of myself. It's basically like a hologram. Right. I can spend money you dictate the days that I have with my child. If you're a full custodial or whatever situation be, I don't have say so. I have to move to your drum. And then if I do that, and if I say you pay child support, and you're the type of father who still picks your child up, provides a fun environment, a responsible environment as far as clothes, shoes, and you do all of that, you're actually being robbed because you're paying child support, you're still being a great father, and on top of that, you're still giving the mother a privilege of living a better life than the child is actually living, because she gets that time. She can call you and say, you're a great dad. Good dads get called throughout the week. Hey, can you come pick your child up? When the court say 2 days out the week. So out of 7 days, 2 days is accredited to you.
Right.
But if you're a great dad, you're picking them up from school, you're doing all of that other stuff, but none of that money gets equated into it. But that's the money that's equated to at the time that they're having with the child. Like, oh, they're the majority. They have the kid this time. But if the dad is actually doing that, they don't equate that. They're not going to sit down and say, oh, daddy's doing this and daddy's doing that. They're not going to reduce it on that.
They want you to be a full-time parent financially, but they want you to have part-time say-so, part-time benefits. You can't make no major money.
And then they hold it over your head if you're not cooperating to help them out.
You can go to jail.
Because a lot of, I'm just talking about just specifically with the woman, because a lot of times, even if you is giving $600 or whatever you giving in child support, they not spending that whole $600 on that child.
They getting their nails, hair done, tricking with the other niggas.
And then you go ahead and entitlement.
You said you believe that it started, the child support started for the rich to, I think it was started to tear our homes up, tear the earth.
They smart, but they ain't that smart. You got to think about it. They would have never gave a fuck about us leaving our children behind. That's destruction.
Right.
They would have never gave a fuck.
I can't agree with you, because that's how the whole slavery thing. If they didn't care about that, they would have never separated us from.
Let me ask you
It's a house. It's a home.
I want to say this to the women, though. Don't they know, without them, the people down there don't have no job?
It ain't even about that. See,
they don't.
It's about control. See, that's what I'm saying. It's bigger than us. It never would have started with us. It wouldn't have targeted us, because we have never, in America, been known to be great fathers. We never had a chance to be that. So they couldn't have focused that hard on us. It would. If
you keep that separation, if they can get in there,
it was already there.
Yeah, but if they can get in there, now they really can. They can send you to jail now.
Right, exactly. But it wouldn't have started from there. You got to think about some laws morphed into being things that hurt us. You got a lot.
It's like going fishing. You putting some bait on there. You looking for a bigger fish.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you too closer to the bank, you're gonna catch all the fish that you didn't want to catch. But at your day, you still eating at the end of the day.
About it. What assistance were they providing for mothers, black mothers back in the day? Back in the day,
food stamps.
But food stamps. I'm talking about before they was giving them food stamps.
About the medical and stuff.
Right. At the beginning of child support, wasn't giving them no food stamps. It was Jim Crow era. They wasn't giving y'all no food stamps. It was segregated, red line, all of that. Child support was happening then, but that was for those rich Caucasian men who was leaving them wives at home. We couldn't go in there
starting them with a lifestyle and then destroying
it, leaving. Rich men. It couldn't have been for poor people, because we wouldn't have been able to provide.
We ain't had none.
Well, if it wasn't for the poor people then, now it's affecting us more.
Listen, but the thing about that, why I think that has evolved is because people. Well, we as a people usually try to find some way to make it as easy as possible, or to scheme. So once they found a way, like, oh, I can do this and scheme, then it took off.
Right.
And if I tell you and you tell him, and for you know it, everybody in the neighborhood doing it.
Right. Because
so now it's another problem, because everybody paying that shit out of their taxes to other people.
They wasn't getting dental help. They didn't know how to go get insurance. They didn't know how to go get all of these things. You got to think about it. Back in the day, so many of our aunties and uncles, I'm talking about back in the day, it's our people, they didn't even know how to get diagnosed with. Some of them get bipolar, all this stuff that's going on now, anxiety and all that stuff. They couldn't afford to go to the doctor. Mothers and fathers was cutting and pulling teeth and fixing kids at home.
But most of that stuff is created. And then they put these pills in there telling you that you need them when they ain't doing nothing but drugging you to get you
so you got
hooked on something,
involved,
so you can't evolve anymore anyway.
Once you got daycare and all that involved, then who need daycare more than the black community? Nobody.
Why we need daycare? We don't need
Moms at work, daddies at home.
Women ain't got no jobs in our community. Most women in our community ain't got no jobs.
But that's who got daycare. They daddy sending them to daycare.
They, it's a scheme, like he just said. They scheming.
Whether they scheming, but the daycare is available.
We'll be right back after this. Daycare, because that's how my first divorce happened. You know what I'm saying? The bitch wanted her, the same nigga that raped her, she wanted him watching my sons. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like the shit. So, he getting the daycare check, but the daycare check in the mama name. Now, he a registered sex offender, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I got a big problem with this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, instead of arguing with this hoe, I left, you know what I'm saying? Then she like, if you leave, you ain't gonna be able to come back. And I'm like, how you gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? So I leave about 2-3 days, try to cool off, then I get a restraining order in the mail. But see, that's scheming on that daycare check. Right. You know what I'm saying? The check in her mama name, the mama working.
Right.
You see, at the time I had a no snitch mentality. But if I ever was to find out that he did anything to the kids, I was gonna kill her in the nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like that's the kind of mentality I had. I ain't gonna tell them. I ain't gonna how I'm gonna figure this out. Plus, I already had a warrant for child support. You know what I'm saying?
So you can't win the situation.
I couldn't win. You know what I'm saying?
All because of the decision she wanted to make to get scheme on get her a couple dollars.
Scheme to get the check, give it to her mama. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even. I don't think it was even her getting none of the check. It was the mama. She wanted to help her mom out. You know what I'm saying? And the pedophile that raped her. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But they probably splitting the check.
They might have been spending
check. Getting him a couple crumbs, she keeping it right.
Oh, he definitely getting some.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now you a sex offender, and you getting paid for watching kids. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because of some child support shit, some old, government. That shit, when they gotta really think about, and it need to be some reconstruction on the FOC part. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for y'all. What's y'all take on? You worked a full check. And they take a percentage out of that check. And if you don't let them know what your percentage is, they automatically take over half.
It happened to me before. That's why I ain't had a job, and I never had a job. Now, I worked for Labor Ready. And I'm talking about, Labor Ready, you get up at like 6 in the morning, you got to be there before 7 to get a job, to be there to get the first job. So I wake up early, I got to walk to Labor Ready. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking to Labor Ready, I get there at 7 in the morning, go out, they got me in this plant. I'm working hard and shit this plant. Right. And then you get paid the same day on Labor Ready. You know what I'm saying? So I get my check, because they put the checks out right there, man, they took more than it. I think I had made like $180. I ended up getting $30 out of $180.
That make a grown man cry, bro.
I was still with her at the time.
Hey,
she ain't getting no $180 out that check, not even 100.
Hey, look. I don't want to talk about my situation, but I'm going to talk about this check one day. Man, check is probably about a rack. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing, I'm thinking I'm about to go camel. I gotta get fresh. Get my little man ready. You know how it is, man. So I'm like, damn. So, I probably owe somebody some money till I borrow some money till I get paid, I get the check, man. Open this motherfucker up. Man, I never told nobody this shit, dog. So, man, this motherfucker said $14, boy. Man,
out of band.
I went like this, man. I said, nobody asked me for shit. Nigga, I'm sick. So look, me, anybody know me, my grandma, my heart. So, I go holler at my grandma. I'm looking up at my grandma too, Told her, she was like, you want to buy me something today? I was like, threw her the check. She like, damn. She like, this highway robbery.
Fuck robbery, that's slavery. If that ain't slavery, I don't know what is.
I'm like,
this man been working all this time.
That's what I say to myself.
Y'all give him $14.
I ain't even going back.
Y'all might as well give him a bucket of chili.
And how do they expect for us to survive, get back and forth
for $14?
For $14, he still got to get back and forth to school.
School, easy ass shit.
Look, but still, whatever work is work.
I had one job working, making good bread. They take, and I'm gonna be honest, about $3 a check. Every check. I got one kid that I provide for anytime whenever she needs.
That's after the check, after they done snatch.
After the fact.
Right.
I never missed a beat with my child other than being on getting laid off from GM when the plant shut down. Right. Your check ain't the same no more. Right. So, you know, in between jobs, regular, normal crisis that you go through being a human being. Right. But I always been gainfully employed. But so I get one job after that, right? So I get on child. I'm gonna put on child support after being a productive father. Right. I don't even know why. Like, no, there's no anger. Hey, I need money for the kid, because that's never been the issue. I don't know. That's all I can say is speculation.
I think not your situation. I ain't saying that.
I'm just saying all the time.
But I think it's a spite.
You got a person working, right? Going to work that's providing for his child. Never missed a beat. Never had to be like, you know. And like I said, missing a beat, anybody can fall short sometime. But there's never been a year. Something where I didn't provide for my child. You know, I missed the birthday or I missed something. Period. Never. So, and then, you know, I get a job and they take more than half of your shit, and then I get another job and they was taking that check. I literally call like, yo, y'all taking out. I said, y'all supposed to take out of both checks? First they like, yeah, but I go to digging up and find out, oh no, you only supposed to take money out of one check. So, you know, I'm like, yo, y'all gonna run that cheese back? They like, no, we don't give bread back. I'm like, damn.
Not when you got the rearages.
My rearage, I ain't have no rearage.
They owe you some cheese.
Listen, my rearage was
they kick out, but they kick back.
Look, my shit was so fucking awkward, dude. Rearage probably started out. When I say no rearage, I mean like
it wasn't like over a band.
It was $1,200.
And I can't lie for the camera. I can't lie though, y'all. My son, mama, she cool. I can't even lie. She don't fuck up with me like that. My child support.
She got you on child support?
Yeah, but she don't fuck up with me. I don't.
Shit, that's fucked over. Well,
why do we need child support?
If you a father already, why do you need a mediator?
Why do y'all need that satanic?
Why you need a mediator to hand her money? I always say, hey, you can get the money. What I ask, I still haven't got an answer. I say, how much do you actually receive?
I can't answer that.
From
I can't answer that.
Right.
Tell me that number.
How about I just give you that?
I can give you that number.
If it came to a real, she'll drop it. I can't even lie. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like you. Why are we even gonna go through this?
Right. I can give you that money.
Motherfucker won't even in the bed with us.
But that's true. But the part of it why they keep that shit on is for Section 8. Food stamps,
Medicaid.
And they know none of that shit.
Medicaid. I'll tell you this. I pay child support.
She don't know none of that shit.
That ain't everybody back.
But I know that's
I pay child. I tell you this. I pay child support for my oldest daughter. She stayed with me.
Right.
But I pay child support for her, and it's probably like $35 a month because her mama dropped it. To where that's cheaper than me putting her on insurance.
But she with you.
I'm paying $35 a month for child support for her, but she can go and get seen at the doctor whenever she get ready.
That's what I said.
You know what I'm saying? So the Medicaid, now if it was 100 or 200 or something, then I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. But she dropped it as low as possible just so the baby can keep Medicaid and just get the
right. If it's a benefit for the child, I'm with it.
That's a benefit for the child.
But you gotta understand,
you gotta know how to use it, who not using it. If y'all don't have no relationship.
If you got two
coherent,
strong, healthy, and financially healthy parents, you set up for success.
Yeah, you're right.
So why cripple one parent? Why cripple one parent so one can be greater than the other?
Once again, that comes to spite too. Though,
I don't understand that. That's like I do know there's a need for parents to. There is a need for child support. I ain't want to nobody need, but as like I said, for fathers. That are on child support is absolutely
pointless.
Bullshit.
It's pointless.
I think you gotta have it like it should be a critique. Okay, this if you ain't if you just left the kids, if you don't want to be bothered with the kids,
pay your way.
You need to pay. You know what I'm saying? But if this person like us three. Dak ain't got one yet. We're working on it. We're gonna keep
I'm straight. I'm good.
Hey, he the last OG, been gone 20. He gonna bust one off for y'all. He gonna bust one off for y'all, baby. He got
been listening to some R&B.
Cool. People want to be in their children's lives. You know what I'm saying? And that's there for them. That can provide resources.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For their child. And this is another thing too. child support, it's all about money. It ain't about parenting time. You know what I'm saying? Support the children with, mentally, not just financially, to give them some wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Some discipline.
Some discipline, yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? They just think about money. They ain't thinking about how the child messing up school, And
I don't even think it's all money. I think it's still a mechanism like I gotta be on your ass. It's like I gotta have
control, that little piece of power,
But a lot of that shit comes from
the Thanos.
They gotta have a social security number.
Some of them women
they gotta file them on taxes.
Just for you to show that you happy, and they feel like they not as happy as you are,
right?
Then they gotta try to cause some type of harm in your life.
I might be unhappy.
You might be unhappy, but you don't appear as unhappy as that person wants you to be.
Right.
So, we're going to wrap this up and come back in a few minutes. We're going to talk about the effects on not paying child support, which everybody know it used to be just jail.
Right.
Now they sending you to prison for child support. You know what I'm saying? Now let me give y'all another story about me and this bitch. Now, I wasn't paying nobody shit. If I don't get to see my sons, I'm not paying you shit. And she used to call and like, all you gotta do is pay, and I'll let y'all see them. Y'all is me and my mom, my sisters. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bitch, I ain't paying you shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I just I wasn't paying. You know what I'm saying? So I always had a child support warrant for my arrest, always. You know what I'm saying? Not just that, but the other criminal activities that I used to get caught. I was always on probation. That's why I never could go down there and fight for my parental rights because I always got a warrant for child support and violating my probation and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they definitely locking your ass up, if you know what I'm saying.
My uncle did 2 years for child support.
Yeah.
You were there with criminals. They're like, what you were here for? Shit, child support.
See, in Oakland County,
they call it child neglect.
That's one of their main sources of income. They got the drunk drivers. They got the child support.
The drugs.
No, it ain't drugs. It's domestic violence. Because these niggas tagging child, so they slap a bitch in the head. You know what I'm saying? Tell them that, ho. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to none of the women out there. I'm not talking about everybody.
We do not promote.
All y'all is not wrong. All y'all not wrong. A lot of y'all need to be slapped, though, but all y'all don't need to be slapped. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain ones that misuse and abuse the system to cripple the man. You know what I'm saying? And my people, the so-called African American man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm fighting for. I hope this can help the situation get better. You know what I'm saying? Because it need to be fixed. It need to be
or at least just open up the conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where motherfuckers can come with sensible thoughts and not just be working off your emotions, how you feel. Something that's really gonna be beneficial to the whole situation.
Sometimes ladies ask that nigga, how he feel? How you doing? Shit, if he fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Baby, you fucked up.
Overall, I feel like with child support, it's a sexist thing because I feel like even though there are some women who pay child support in some rare occasions, but
she gotta be a sorry motherfucker, one love.
No, I know I can't.
No, you can't lose your child.
I can't. I got a story to tell about a female that I know.
It's hard for a woman to lose custody of her child.
No, it's hard. Let me tell you the story, freak.
That's hard.
Listen. Let me tell you about this story about this girl I used to, know. I used to know her real well.
For every one woman you talk about $1 billion, Rue.
Okay, what I'm saying, you can't just say she a sorry motherfucker.
I ain't saying her, I'm saying my majority.
The nigga was rich. Her nigga was rich. You know what I'm saying? He had the money to get the lawyers. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? She was just like a stay-at-home mom.
So she gave her rights?
No, he took the rights. He got the lawyers. He gonna make her look like a piece of shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
he don't care how much money you got. That ain't working.
No, shit. Okay.
That ain't working.
Which one of them niggas just they was just fighting for their kids. They just got their kids from their baby mama. One of them little actors and stuff. Shit, yeah, if you got that money,
it ain't Oakland County. I'm saying they don't care about that.
I don't know where her child support
Oakland County. You got to be a sorry ass woman to lose your child, and this man get rights to that child.
You don't need to be a sorry. Just make a mistake.
I'm just saying. Listen, I know a girl got 3 dope cases. My man still couldn't get his key. I know that personally.
Back to my story, right? So let me give y'all a story for this end, right? So about how dirty. So I had got out of jail, right? I stayed in jail. So I had got out of jail and child support went messing with me. I'm like, oh, the bitch must have took me off. Oh, hallelujah, you know what I'm saying? And so one month I had a good month. I made I can't tell you how much I made. I made a lot of money in 1 month. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm feeling myself. I get on Facebook, I get to count money, you know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I get a letter in the mail. What you call show cause hearing. We need to holler at you. We got them pictures. You know what I'm saying? I get up there, she there. We in front of the referee. Next thing you know, he ain't got no money. Well, what is this? I got pictures, y'all.
How you was looking?
Huh? When she told me that, I lied to the judge. I'm a rapper. I was doing a photo shoot. That wasn't my money. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how they raised mine, one time. You know what I'm saying? But all she had to do was call me. I would have gave her a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? I still ain't paid.
You gotta understand that don't even you don't even gotta go through those extremes. The woman could just lie and say you make more money at your job, and they'll do that too.
I'm like Tommy from Martin. I ain't got no.
You think you watching that?
Yeah, I'm Tommy.
But you gotta think about that. You incriminated yourself though.
I didn't know she was gonna take the pictures. I did that.
Right.
But she ain't get no money. She took the pictures.
That's another thing. Stop putting everything on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be the next one.
Another thing that I hate about the child support thing is that the woman can go down there and see a judge immediately. No cause of show, no nothing.
She can.
Say, I want to go see a judge. Just like, hey, look, something ain't right.
It's emotions.
Y'all taking too much. You got to file a motion. $75 now.
I just went through that. Oh, the bitch ain't letting me go see the kid. File a motion for the hoe. You know what I'm saying? I got to go down there.
And pay money just to see somebody to tell them that, hey, look, man, y'all fucking up on some shit.
We go in there and we criminal.
Okay. Oh, no, never. If you want to see us again, pay another $60. We'll tell you the same thing.
We go in there ready to be criminal.
Look, make it so bad, right? I did the motion, right? $60-something. I did the motion. And I did 2 motions. One for it ain't just 60 for both.
You paid the 112?
You know what I'm saying? And then I thought the court date was Friday. And it was Thursday. So I wake up Thursday.
What court date you haven't known?
I wake up Thursday when my court date? Your shit was at 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you got a warrant out. I mean, the same, right then, I got a warrant out the same day, and I'm calling on the phone.
That's crazy.
I said, I'm on my way down there. I went straight. Only when I went down there.
And you filed the motion, and
you ain't get your money back.
What? Never.
That's crazy.
Another motion.
All L's, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But that was my own irresponsibility, but it's still wrong for them to be jerking people.
It ain't even 24 hours when they did that.
It wasn't even 12 hours. It wasn't even 5 hours. They were still open. I just had missed the court date that morning.
What sense does it make, to have a man on a leash, though? That's what it is. To me, it's like a leash. It's like,
shit. You know how they them chains when we came off that boat?
The biggest, I don't care how much you get over me. You could go marry the richest person in the world and have the greatest life in the world. But if you got me on child support and I'm a dad, it's like, to me, you ain't over me. It's like I gotta hold on to something.
I think you don't love me.
Leave me alone.
You don't really care about me.
Because a lot of that shit be that. If they better, you done met your galloping guy on the horse and shit. You still mad at Ricky?
You got your knight in shining on.
Damn, that's all I be saying. What is it? Let a man see the world. If you strip a person of something, and it's like a dog, it's like pit bulls. People can tell you a million stories about pit bulls. They are wonderful pets. But if you train a pit bull to fight, he gonna bite your ass. Yeah. If you take away a man's rights as a parent, he gonna forget them motherfuckers. What if I don't have responsibility, then I don't wake up to responsibility? My child is somewhere else every day. I'm not getting up fixing oatmeal or
my feelings not the same. I'm not growing that same.
I get used to chilling in the morning. If I don't work in the fucking morning, I work at night. I'm gonna sit on my ass and play some games or make music or do something with my day.
You gotta think about
my kid at school.
You gotta think about animals. If a cub away from their bears too long, what happened when they come back?
Right. So we don't do shit all through the week. We get 2 days to be parents. So they get 5 days most of the time to learn and grow and be mother job never done. You asked for 5 whole days. You got 5 whole days of,
and they using them whole 5 days to embed in the children that the daddy
don't give a fuck. Yeah, daddy, let me call him and see if he'll pick you up from school. Not telling the kid that daddy at work to make the tab to pay for this shit. I'm at work, and they will see when I say good daddies. You know, good daddies take time off. I probably got PTO time off, but that ain't my PTO time. That's mama's PTO time because I'm gonna get a call. Hey, can you on these days? And if I'm being like the law say or this FOC shit, then hey, nah, go do shit. I paid to go to work. I'm at work. I'm trying to make your check.
Right.
It should be the answer.
Check.
But a real, your check.
No,
their check. All that shit. Yeah, that's the check y'all got.
Nah, it ain't yours, huh?
It ain't mine no more.
For me to pay.
My little girl gonna be good anyway because the money I got, I'm gonna sacrifice it for mine anyway. That whatever pocket change I'm left with, I'm still gonna spend it with my little mama. So she good. But the shit fucks you up because it's like they train you not to do shit and then ask you to do shit. And when you don't be able to do it because you got to go to work. So they master putting niggas on child support. You got niggas who know the game now. Oh shit, hey, I'm not going to do shit until Saturday or Sunday. Don't call me to Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, are they wrong? Yeah, a little bit because you're still a father, but no, under the law, you wouldn't be wrong.
No, we the donors one love to the law. We just donors to the law.
Right, but and then they make you be that.
Yeah, you're right. To the law,
yeah,
but
I know
but a real nigga don't do that. But far to the law, you some donor.
Who won't like they be like, is you gonna come get him? No, I come get him on the weekend
because
it ain't my time, it's your time to get him.
But you say
that's a whole nother. Yeah, you know, that's just that's all confusion.
See?
You see how bad it is that child support help.
No kid.
Fuck my marriage, my first marriage.
We making it easy for you, huh?
Yeah.
All these stories just made me feel better about myself. Not having no kids. I appreciate you, brothers.
Right.
Appreciate you
for giving me this bit of information to try my damnedest not to go down that road.
Oh, wait.
Thank you.
Last OG to call us, man. But look, he's count for 20.
It's a wonderful feeling being a dad. It's just a fucked up situation going through dad things.
Right.
Because the average woman will never consider how a man is feeling according to but we don't have feelings. When you separated from your kid, you become harsh. You become mean.
Hard.
You become hard.
You don't buy bits.
Kids make you softer. They make you kinder. So if a bear never around his cubs, he's gonna be a big grizzly bear all his life.
Mean motherfucker.
Right. So you gotta allow a man to be a father. If you can't let me learn how to be softer, I'm always gotta be out here in this world. Cause at the job I gotta compete to be the best. When I get off work, I can't sit on my ass because I still gotta supplement that. So I still gotta compete some more. It ain't never a time when other than 2 days a week or whatever I'm allotted with my child to soften me up a little bit, and they wonder why we heartless because we've been separated from our children. Anytime around my seed, I know how to react to all that. Think twice. I can't think twice when I'm always competing. It's first step, and I'm cooking your ass. That's how you feel.
How you doing?
My situation. I got 3 sons. I got 3 sons by my ex-wife. 3 sons by my ex-wife. And my oldest son, he done left the house. He found out the bitch was crazy too. You know what I'm saying? 17. Yeah, so like, okay, now me and him conversate, you know, I pay his phone bill every month, you know what I'm saying? I ain't paying child support shit, but I pay his phone bill every month, you know what I'm saying? But that shit's still piling up. I think I'm at like $40,000 or something, you know what I'm saying? Get it if you can. You know what I'm saying? So my other 2 sons, my one son, middle son, he don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But my youngest one mad at me because the bitch
programming.
Right, he mad at me. He remind me of myself because I was mad at my pops, or you know,
so
the nigga who was supposed to be my dad. You know what I'm saying? But don't make it seem like I was just a bad guy or I didn't want to work, or you know what I'm saying? No, I wasn't paying your pimp. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going. I'm not going to fault y'all. Can't make me do what y'all want to do. Y'all would never ever make me do what y'all want me to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do it. And you know, now I finally just now got you know my head on straight because I can't see. Now I see my oldest son all the time.
He
you know what I'm saying?
like
yeah, he tall. He ain't tall as me, but you know he cool. He ain't big like he big, but he he cool. He wears size 12. You know what I'm saying? So you know what that means.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, look.
Square.